Guys, my name is Fernando, and I just want to explain to you the reason why we have created this group, this help group. So the reason for this group is actually to help people who need, whoever needs food, materials like clothing, medicine, whatever, even money to buy food or whatever that is, or even to build their house. That's the reason of this group. So we are gathering people who wants to help someone who needs. And as you know, here in Brazil, especially here in our state and city, we have very poor neighborhoods, and there are many people that are suffering of starving and all kinds of needs. So, and I just want to explain how this was created, how we come up with this group. And actually, what happened is that one day I was talking to God, talking myself to God, and how could I thank God for everything that He's been doing for us? Even though we've been through this coronavirus situation, He always kept us alive, in a good health, and our company has always been doing pretty good, So we just wanted to, find a way to thank Him somehow. Okay, so actually I prayed Him to one night, and before I sleep, I actually prayed Him, say, hey, can you just show me a way so that I can somehow thank you? You are the creator of the universe. I know it's kind of hard for me to help you, but just show me a way to, so I can be thankful. And in the same night, I had a dream, a very clear dream. Most of my dreams I don't remember, and then that dream I remember so well. So it's very funny. And what happened in that dream that I came to a place, me and was another guy, a bigger guy. I never met him before, and he showed me the way, and he showed me a church. It was a Catholic church, and inside that church was many people there. There was like older people, elderly, and they were in need. So they had like health problems. They are very old people, and that guy that was with me, he knew all the ladies by the name. So it's very interesting to see that. So after we got out of the church, we went to like a place that it was a table made of stone, and was one lady sitting on the table, and her son next to her. And I remember the son very well. He was dark skinned, and he had around 13 years old, I believe. And when I first got there, I say, hey, now just leave it to me now. Let me do something for them. And I kind of touched her shoulder, and I asked her if I could, pray to her. And she said, okay, no, don't do that. Just don't pray to me. I don't know you. And I was very shocked by that. But then he came in, that guy, that now I know there was God Himself. So he came in, and by the time he got in there, in the scenario, all the lady and the son recognize him very well, and they start crying of happiness and say, I'm glad you're here and everything. And he kind of left, and he came back with a gift, a small truck, a toy, right, to the little boy. And the little boy cried, and it was everybody happy. And then that guy came to me and said, okay, you want to help me? Help these people. And then I woke up. So it was a very straight dream. It couldn't be anything that I was imagining at all. I was actually living that dream. And then after I woke up, I said, okay, so now God gave me guidance, right? He gave me a path. So I just gotta find those people, right? So I started to look around, ask people around if there was anybody that was in need. And after a week, I actually found out there was one family that was suffering of starving. They had nothing to eat at all. And I decided to go there and visit myself instead of just sending food for someone. I felt in that dream that I had to be involved as he was, because people there knew him by name, so they knew him by the relationship. They became happy when he came in, right? So I understood that it wasn't a matter of charity. It wasn't a matter of giving something. I had to be involved. I had to dedicate my time and to create relationship with those people, right? So then I found out that place, and I went there, and funny or not, it was a lady with a son just there on that day. It was just her and her older son, right? And she had actually 6 kids, so it's 3 girls and 3 little boys. And I went there for the first time, and they had nothing in the fridge, and they had nothing anywhere to eat at all. So they all slept on the floor. It was a very bad place. I haven't been in a place like that in my entire life. Even myself, that I live here in Brazil, I hadn't been in a place like that. So I was very shocked to see that. I have a 2 years old daughter, and I have a 7-year-old son, and I kind of felt like, okay, what if it was my children here? So I actually felt very sad, but at the same time, I saw that why God sent me there. And then on that day, when I got there, of course, I came there with food, so I gave them food. I got a lot of people that gave me food too, so I could go there with something, right? So I asked a lot of people, my friends and family, and so I have my trunk full of food actually, and I came there with gifts as well. As I saw that in the dream, I came there with the truck that I saw in my dream, the toy, and a few other gifts, toys as well, and they were very, very happy. I never actually saw that kind of happiness in my life. So actually, that shocked me again. But after I got out of there, I kind of something came to my mind and said, that's not the way I want you to go. I just don't want you to just go and give gifts away and a few foods here and there. I want you to involve a little bit more. And then I came back there, I think 2 weeks later, with more food and toys again. And I decided to ask what she really needs, to get out of that situation of misery. And she told me that she was living in a place that was a very small place that wasn't hers at all. It was somebody that actually borrowed that place for her to live with her kids. And she needed to build her house. So she showed me a place that she started to build her house back in the days, but she didn't have money to finish it up. It was a very small place. And then I decided, okay, that's it. So I need to build that house for her, me and other people that's going to go with me. So we got together in a WhatsApp group, and we create that group of people who wanted to help. Now we have, I think, over 10 people already. We are in the very early stage of this project. So that's why I wanted to make this video to invite you and more people to come, because a lot of people need help in that place. So we started to build their house. And more people came in. So there are other people that's not in the group yet, but it's giving, stuff. It's giving clothing. They're giving a lot of things. And every 15 days, every 2 weeks, I go back there with my trunk or my car full of stuff. And they all become very happy. And one thing that I realized is that lady, she got out of that situation of misery because it was her mind that was stuck on the misery. Not only her mind, but her soul was also stuck in a situation that she couldn't see a way out, right? So now out of nowhere, God came in and gave her a reason. So what we understood now, as she understands that as well now, that she became a person of bless for her community. So everything that we are bringing her, she's giving away to people around her, her neighbors, right? A lot of people there are starved too. They start starving too. And they need, all kinds of things. So everything that we're giving her, she's giving to other people. And that brought her out of that situation of misery, which is the best. That's what we should actually, God want us to do in the first place, to take her out of that situation in her mind. And now she actually see things much clearer now. And she now has a purpose. That's the best of God. God wanted to give her a purpose. So that was amazing. And she told me also, and the last time I was there, I think 2 weeks ago, that before I got there for the first time, a week before, she was away from her church, right? But a week before I got there, she decided to go to her church again, and she found Jesus again. And on that night, she cried a lot and started to follow Jesus again. And the next day, her pastor, went with her to her house, to that little place that was called house, but it wasn't a house yet, it was something starting. And that pastor told her that he had a vision that somehow that little house was going to become a real house. It's going to become much larger, and nobody will ever be able to explain how. So that was very, very, very glad, something very glad that I heard that day, because that actually matches my dream, the dream that God gave her. That actually, showed me that God is guiding either me, the group, and herself. So that's the beauty of this project. It's not me, it's not actually me at all. I just want to tell you guys that I'm not a special person. I'm not a superhero. I'm not even good. Uh, the real good is Jesus Christ. He's the real good. He's the one that actually gave me the dream, gave me the guidance. He gave us all the paths so I could get to her. So it was a perfect path. I just want to explain that how good he really is and how good this project is. So I just wanted to share with you guys this dream and this project. Like I said, it's in very early stage. It's been only a month that we just started, and we are finishing that house from that lady with people help. And I'm inviting you to become part of this dream, of God's dream. If you're watching this video, if you're finding us in Instagram, YouTube, or whatever, however you're seeing us now, I will invite you to come. I don't need much. I don't need much at all. God is giving me everything, but those people do. And whatever you can give, a toy, food, or clothes, whatever. Or even if you want to help us build houses for those people in that street, we're going to send pictures as well. And as long as we're going to start building her house and other people's house there. And I want you to be part of this group, because it's not my group, it's God's group. And I believe he's inviting you as well. So please follow this YouTube here, and follow the Instagram as well. And we're gonna be, I'm hoping that it's gonna be a very nice project, and I think more people will join. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.